Okay, so I don't know about you, but I kind of like instant gratification. So you can see our pot steaming right here in the background, right here. And that's going to be another hour and a half. So let's do some microwave. So first what I'm going to do is soak my fabric. We're doing fabric today, so this is going to be a fabric napkin. Going to do both sides really wet, and then I'll lay some various, got these little chamomile flowers. We're going to put some of those. The way this is going to be different because we're just going to fold it and see how it comes out. My sister dried these and sent them to me, so that's always nice when you have someone that will do that, or you can dry your own. And then I've got, well, I don't think I'm going to put leaves in. I think I'll just do a simple, maybe just keep it simple like that and see. You know what? I'm going to take a couple of these leaves and just crumble them and see if that does what the onion skins do, because that might be kind of an interesting thing. So now I'm going to sprinkle that with some vinegar just to get it super wet again. And of course these are going into my microfleur. Now normally we don't double it up like that, but we're going to give it a try. And this is the microfleur. I've already taken the little things off. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. And like the microfleur, I showed it the other day, but it's just the plastic pieces with the big thick felt and a piece of cotton. This is typically used for drying flowers. Today we're going to do echo printing in the microwave, and we'll see how that works on fabric. I did paper the other day and we got some beautiful beautiful renditions of echo printing, and today we're doing fabric. So once you get that on there, you're going to place your clamps, and then I'm going to put this in for 2 minutes, and then we'll see how. You only want short increments, so I found that 1 minute at a time is not quite enough. Not enough happens in that time in the microwave, so I'm going to do a 2 minute. Okay, I'm back and it's been 2 minutes. This has been in the microwave, so let's see what we've got so far. We're going to definitely put it in for another 2 minutes, but I want to see kind of where we're at. We may have to get it wet again. This is really hot. And see, it kind of, yeah, the fabric sort of dries, but I don't see a lot of color coming through here. So we want to make sure we have plenty of the alum in there. I think it's definitely going to work. I do see, I'll show you some color. Well, you can kind of see here, as I get it wet like that, how it starts to show you that some of the color is going to come through. It may be very light and pale. Let's just do this side. Oh, it's going to have a beautiful pattern on it. Get this little snag out of there. Kind of gathered up. We're just going to get this super, super wet this time and let it cook some more. I'm going to put some vinegar on it. That's why you have to check it in between, because the paper or the fabric can dry in just that 2 minutes, and you don't want it to get dry because then it'll stop working. The dye will stop working. So you have to, that's why we have to re-wet it, put it back in. And now I've got my microfleur out of the microwave, and we're going to see what 4 minutes does to this. If we have to, we can wet it again. I'm just not seeing a whole lot of color coming through this, so I think I'm going to get some green leaves and add to this, because in fact I have some right here that I can add. I'm going to pull these right off my little azalea bush and put those in and see what happens. We're just going to add some of these green leaves in here. We're going to put one in that corner. Since we're kind of learning this together, it's going to be pretty. Oh, the pattern is pretty. If it just would cooperate. Okay, we're going to cook that a little longer. More vinegar. I do see yellow, some yellow coming through. We may just end up with just yellow napkins. This time, that stayed pretty wet. This is still wet. So this time I'm going to try 3 minutes. Okay, so this has been in there for 3 minutes. Ow, it's really hot. Super hot, so I really probably should let it cool off a little bit. But hot and steamy. See all that steam coming off. Oh, I see some purples coming. Now, what were the purples? If I could remember. Let you see that. You can see what I'm seeing. There's that came from a little purple flower that was in there. So there's not a whole lot of color transferring just yet. But since we're just experimenting, I'm going to try some of this dyed Queen Anne's lace that I have. I never really quite figured out what to do with it. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to put some of this in there. So let's see. And it just looks like that. So we'll lay some of those on there. See if we can get some more action. Since these have been dyed, I'm thinking that's going to give us more of what we're trying to achieve here. The chamomile flowers only did probably absolutely nothing. So I guess since they were white flowers to begin with, I guess we couldn't expect too much from them. But those purple status, absolutely gorgeous. Now I've got one purple flower here that I'm just going to throw that in the mix and see if we get some action. Because what we're doing here is we're experimenting with dried flowers and echo dyeing. Because usually I've only seen really fresh flowers used. Okay, so I just took the top plate off, and this is what we're starting to see here with our microwave fabric. And we just put in that purple flower, and look what it did. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. And these little babies, little Queen Anne's lace, they're starting to leave some pattern. So those are both working, and those are dried flowers, which is what we were trying to achieve here. I just want to see if there's anything else we've got of interest, and we're just getting spurts of the dried flowers of the one I just put in. So that is working. Look at that pretty color there. Now, if we could just get these green ones to do something. So far, nothing. So I think I'm going to try something else. I have some live purple Gerbera daisies. I'm going to add those. So, okay, so I went and got some of these out of my bouquet, and we're going to see what these do. These normally will turn a blue color in the echo dyeing. So I'm going to spray that with some vinegar and some alum, and then we're going to wrap it up and put it in the microwave again. Okay, we put some purple fresh flowers in here. I just had it in there for 2 minutes. We're starting to get some color coming through. So each time we bring it out when we're doing the microwave, we have to keep wetting it, but you can see the pretty colors that are coming through here, but nothing really distinctive as far as patterning. So I'm going to go ahead, this time I'm going to put some alum. Oh, I think this is going to be outstanding when it's done. The color's certainly coming through on the fabric, the little protective fabric that we have. But there's a lot of color coming through here, I can see. So let's take a look. I'm going to block your view. Look at that. Getting some nice design on there. So I think if we put that in for about, I'm going to do 3 minutes. Well, I'm losing my natural light. Oh, this one's really hot. This was in for 3 minutes. I had to use my mitt to get it out, so. Whew. That steam. I think this is going to be the final one. And it is looking beautiful. Oh, I can see the fairy. Goodness. I've got to show you the fairy face. See her. You can see her face. See the eyes here? Maybe you see something different. Okay, so let's open this one up. See if Look at that. That color came right through. Oh my goodness. There's another face. Well, I seem to see a lot of faces and things, but look at that one. I don't know if you can see it. I just think this is probably going to be one of the more beautiful. We did several layers of this because some of it wasn't working. The first stuff we did, the leaves, I don't see that they did a whole lot, but these purple flowers have given us some beautiful color. And so these are actually baby's breath. I think I called them Queen Anne's lace, but it's baby's breath, so forgive me for that. And I'm going to go rinse this, and then we'll take a look. Lay it out here. Oh, it is beautiful. And this is a fabric with dried and fresh flowers. And let's see here. And there's your fairy baby right there. Hi there. Nice to meet you. We love you. Flower fairies. Look at the beautiful colors that have come through on this. So I'm hoping that our next one is going to... We welcome you, Flower Fairy. Thank you for inviting us into your kingdom. All rinsed and laid out on a napkin so you can see the beauty of this. Laid out on a paper towel, I mean. Now, how can you say that's not a face? This gorgeous, divine creature even has a little crown and a beautiful orange aura. Look at that. Incredible. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you could see the fairy.